Hey everyone, we're here in Xi'an, China, heading to the Wild Goose Pagoda. It's Friday, May 30th, 2025. The time is 2:10 p.m. Temperature 64 Fahrenheit, 18 Celsius. I'm here with our tour group, and our guide is leading us there. This is one of the most important architectural pieces from the Tang Dynasty that's still around.
Non, mais quand on l'a fait à l'aller, c'est intéressant que tu m'as d'ailleurs. Mais je te soupçonne de t'être endormi un petit peu.
Très controversé comme en fait, c'est récemment
Ça fait beaucoup de monde. Hein.
Le gouvernement actuel.
D'accord. Il y a un morceau qui est cassé. Oui, mais on voit pas visible le mur.
I know that to the south of us is a lively area called Da Tang, Ever Bright City.
I have to go there and get a ticket. I will get you guys over there, okay?
At nighttime, this area really lights up and becomes lively. Well, anywhere here, really. This area is where I want to come at nighttime, all the way straight down here. It's so bright. Okay.
I have to get the tickets back because I pay my money. I need to go office to get my money back. So this is like a receipt. I have to get them back. Thank you so much.
District map of Chang'an City in the Tang Dynasty. That's the former name of Xi'an, Chang'an.
visit the city, okay? Big Goose Pagoda. Make sure this one works, okay? I'm going to do like this, okay? I will explain first, and then I'm gonna bring the group to go two special places. The first place is the prayer hall. Okay, if you want to make a wish, you want to pray, it's outside, not inside, because monk allow go inside. Normal people who want to make a wish, it's outside. Anyway, if you want to make a wish, your wish becomes true from our traditions. You're supposed to come back to thank our Buddha. We say 还愿. Or otherwise, you just make your wish and then you do by yourself, okay? Which means that this place is an activity place. We still practice Buddhism, okay? That's the first place I'm going to bring us to go there. After the first prayer hall, we are going to move to the best shot. We can see the pagoda. We can take a photo for the pagoda. Except that if you still want to have some free time, we have a little bit of time. I'm going to give you later free time, okay? But first, let's go together. Let's go together. Have a look the activity prayer place, okay? We call this pagoda is 大雁塔, Big Wild Goose Pagoda. In fact, in India they call stupa, which in India they had relics from the famous Manga. They had a Buddha scripture, Buddha statue inside. But now only this pagoda becomes historical construction. The other Buddha scripture, Buddha statue all becomes like antique. They are removed to the museum. So for us, we come to this place of prayer. So you see incense burner. So that's why you're wondering how come you had a Taoism, why you practice Buddhism, right? Chinese local religion is Taoism or Taoism. Buddhism, Christian, Muslim, all from the Silk Road. During the Han Dynasty, people start to practice Taoism, okay? During Qing Dynasty, like today in the morning, we see the emperor's tomb, we see the emperor's worries. During his time, sacrificial is a kind of primitive religion. We don't have any religion. Until Han Dynasty, they start to follow Taoism or Taoism. The first emperor from Tang Dynasty, they follow Taoism. First emperor is Li Yuan. Second emperor is Li Shiming. So totally Tang Dynasty, we had a 21 emperor. Started from 618 finished 907 First, the two emperors from Tang Dynasty all followed Taoism. But when the second emperor from Tang Dynasty, he getting older, his wife passed away before he died. So that's why he always very lonely, very upset. So some people suggest this second emperor from Tang Dynasty to visit Xuanzang. I'm not so sure you heard about Xuanzang, the very famous Buddha scholar from Chinese history. He's a very knowledgeable monk for Chinese history. So that's why when we get off from the bus, you see the statue in front. You see that one? His name Xuanzang. Xuanzang is very interesting about Buddhism. When he was very little, he started to follow Buddhism, and then he tried to figure out what's the real philosophy of Buddhism. He keep asking different Buddha scholars from China to figure out what's the real philosophy of this kind of religion. But different scholar had a different answer to him. So make he himself very disappointed. So he tried to figure out what's the real philosophy of Buddhism. So he started from Xi'an, which Chang'an took about 2 years to arrive to India. And then he spent almost 27 years in India to had a very deep research about Buddhism. So which means he learned Buddhism, he himself followed Buddhism. And he is a successful Buddha scholar also from Chinese history. So that's why Xuanzang is the person who make a suggestion for the pagoda was built in this temple. So temple first. This temple was built by the third emperor from Tang Dynasty, Li Zhi, to commemorate the love from his mother, which means second emperor from Tang Dynasty for his wife. Because in Chinese history, from our traditional, if you spend a lot of money for your wife, people will blame you. But if the son, as our son, to show filial piety, spend a lot of money for parents, for mom, no problem. So that's why, in fact, second emperor built this temple to commemorate his wife. But he's worried about people will blame, spend so much money, because now the temple is shrinked a lot. Long time ago, Tang Dynasty, we had 4,000 monks living here, practice Buddhism. Now only 30. Still activity Buddha temple, we use it, okay? So two reasons make our Buddhism shrink, okay? One reason, government. If you work for the government, you are the members of the Communist Party, you don't allowed to follow any religion, whatever, Buddhism, Christian, Muslim, Buddhism, no, not allowed. Second, young people, more well educated, they have nothing. They don't follow any kind of religion. So that makes the Buddhism more shrink. But during the Tang Dynasty, I guess, emperor control people by the law, okay? Also by Buddhism, you're supposed to treat your Buddha as your emperor, or treat your emperor like a Buddha. So that's why when you see our Buddha statue from our prayer hall, they are different compared. More or less, they copy emperor's face, because emperor, they themselves follow Buddhism. That's why we call this one is Imperial Buddha Temple, okay? Imperial Buddha Temple, that means only the relativities from imperial family are coming here. But in Tang Dynasty, this is another very special Buddha temple for those knowledgeable person who pass the emperor examination. It's like nowadays PhD kids. So emperor will invite those very knowledgeable person to come here, climbing all the pagoda, and leave their name on the stone tablets, which we call Yan Tat. Means if you get your name on the stone tablet, that means you are very successful people, you are very smart people, you are the good examples for the others, because they believe if you go on a higher position, bright future. So that's why in this city, for Han people, for Chinese people, one thing we try to make wish or follow Buddhism or whatever, to see the Buddhism or to make a wish. Second thing, for kids, for Chinese students, also come here very often, because in that time, who can come into the temple? This temple, it can be a great honor for whole family, because only person who can pass the examination, they are coming here. It's like the most difficult examinations for kids, like nowadays, PhD kids. So we call 殿试. 殿试 is the examination emperor will test you. So it seems like a great honor for people who come here in that time. And plus, kids come here not only to make a wish, not only we encourage kids to follow Buddhism, we encourage kids to follow Xuanzang's spirit, which means when you had some dream, you have to stay with, don't give up, to learn this type of spirits from Xuanzang. It's not encourage people to follow Buddhism. But this temple now, I think only this pagoda were really from Tang Dynasty. The other buildings, for example, bell tower, can you see the tower over there? We coming from the Xi'an means mountain gate, because most of the Buddha temple in Tang Dynasty, if it's possible, they located in a mountain. So when you go Buddha temple, we always say 渡入山门,进入山门. So mountain gate is that way. Bell tower for the morning, because that time we don't have any watch, we don't have a computer or whatever, mobile phone. So to wake up, monk get a prayer at the same time by the gong 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 there. Bell for the morning, and drum for the evening. So that's why we call that tower is bell tower, and this tower is drum tower. But these two towers is very young, maybe less than 400 years old. So, but except the building is really young, inside of that building, you can see a huge bell. That's from our Tang Dynasty, as old as of this pagoda. So let's have a look of the bell over there, have a look at the drum tower here, and then we are going to move together over there. Can you see the incense? Can you see the incense smoke over there? We can make a wish or whatever prayer outside, okay? yesterday when I come here, they had a little gift. They had a little gift in front of the parade hall because Dragon Festival is coming. So they had a little little bags with traditional Chinese medicine you can smell to keep the mosquitoes away from you. So that's what you can grab one, which is free. So 5 minutes, you have a look at the bell tower, jump tower. I'm gonna wait you guys over there upstairs. Okay, whenever you want to take a photo. These two buildings is old. It's a little bit old. But except these two buildings, these two houses is 25 years old. Imperial Hall,
This is such a spiritual place. Let's take a look at these two towers. Where's this big bell? Whoa. The bell's up there. Oh, we can get these. not allowed to make a video of the interior though, but it looks really nice.
现在是不得继续，应该好的不？
Wow, it smells a little like tea.
It's a kind of like a traditional medicine, I guess.
Oh, wow.
That's offered by the temple, so you can grab a one over there. One temple 可以在那边去拿一个那个是免费的，因为我们有学，所以我们寺院里面有。If you want to make a wish, let's just stand in front of the incense burner, in front of the Buddha, and make a wish. This is the Chinese ritual way. 你可以在那边拿一个工作，好。
当时是，还没在这里，这里面我在这里。
I did.
Well, my family is not here. I have to make a wish for my family.
Yes, that's the Chinese way.
Yes.
Both of them is healthy.
Yes.
After here, I'm going to move us to go the best shot we can see the pagoda, okay?
All right.
Even because now, soon the Dragon Boat Festival is coming, so this is offered.
Huh?
We got a souvenir.
都唔好長，你唔長，都唔好長，咁樣綁住佢咯，點啊？
We still have 30 monks here, okay? But before, long time ago, Tang Dynasty, we had 4,000 more than that. Okay? And this is the Mahayana Buddha temple, which means monks had a very strict rules to follow. They don't allow to get married. They don't allow to eat any meat. Anything with the roots, anything like egg, even egg, not allowed. Mahayana way is very strict. These are more like a new thing, new local thing. Now I would like to show you. If you really want inside, I guess you want to be very much. Nothing inside.
And what a pagoda. Oh, we just missed it.
Now is the pomegranate flower. Here is a better shot. This is the better shot. We can take a photo for the pagoda. Family photo here. If you want to take a photo for the pagoda, I guess this is a better shot. Okay. So, very nice shot. Best shot. 64 meter high. 64 meter high. 7th floor. 7th floor. The 3rd floor is a better view to see around. Okay. The Buddha inscription or Buddha statue already moved to the museum. This pagoda itself already became old construction, antique construction. Usually, as a protection, we don't suggest people going in climbing because the stairs is wood. But if you really want to climb, you have to pay 30 yuan or 25 yuan. Later, we are going to go up to the top of the city wall. We still have another chance to see the view around there. But many people wondering why you guys call this one is Big Wild Goose Pagoda. Do they have any goose inside of the Goose Pagoda? Or how do you think? How do you guys think? Are we going to go inside to see the goose or not?
I don't know.
Many people said, okay, how come this one is goose? What's the connection goose with the pagoda? To be honest, Xuanzang, again back to the Buddha scholar, Xuanzang, he started from Xi'an, which is Chang'an. On the way, it's not easy. He has to go through the Gobi Desert. I come from Urumqi. It's a halfway of his journey. So when I come here in 1984 on the train, 74 hours, just one way. Now if I want to go back to visit my parents, 27 hours for the regular trip. Bullet train, 13 hours. So we have to go through Gobi Desert one day and one night by train. So can you imagine that on horse or on foot? It's unbelievable, dangerous and difficult. So they said one day Xuanzang was lazy in the desert. He can't get enough water. So in his dream, Goose helped him to find a direction. So which saved his life. And he come back to make a suggestion for pagoda were built for the emperor. So he may give the name for this type of name, okay? But another 50 years later, we Xi'an city people get used call recently from 70780 pagoda is small Goose pagoda. The older one is big wild Goose pagoda. But in fact, there's another story said Xuanzang lived in a Mahayana temple like nowadays temple. Monk will never eat. This is the recorder, okay? This is recorder. This is not a real channel. Leader monk lived here. No more monks all lived on the other side. So Xuanzang lived in a Mahayana temple which they control life. They don't allow to get married with any lady, and then control food too, because only vegetarians, even ginger, garlic, these type of things not allowed. Get eggs not allowed. So it's really 100% vegetarians. So Xuanzang lived in a Mahayana temple, but nearby Xuanzang Mahayana temple, they had another temple they call Hinayana temple. Even like now, Chinese people in China, we still had a Mahayana temple, Hinayana temple, Lama temple, right? So that's why Beijing had a Lama temple. If you go to Tibet, Lhasa is different. So Xuanzang lived in a temple which control food, control life, but the neighbors, they had a Hinayana temple. The monks in a Hinayana temple will never eat. They will never control food. They just follow religion. So they will eat meat every day. But one day happens by their special day, birthday of the Buddha, and one of the monks he cook for the others. He's supposed to prepare enough food for the others, but he can't get enough meat that day. So he started to blame from the morning to the end. So he said, "Mercy Buddha, you know what day today is. I don't have enough meat. How can I cook?" So, but after he complained this at the last time, they said a flock of wild goose fly in the sky, but head goose jumped on the floor and died immediately in front of him. So that's why Chinese people, when we go to temple, when we step inside of the temple, we always say 圣言, which means you have to say good thing. don't yelling people, don't blame people, don't complain. So that's why Hinayana Temple's monk could he complete this type of things, and this type of things happened in front of him. He said must be Buddha body or Buddha spirits works. So they were so scared to eat this goose. They dug a hole, they put the goose body there, they put a stupa in India, we call it stupa. But after recently time, we start to change stupa into pagoda. Actually, same thing. And in fact, this is also another Nanjing story. So Xuanzang finished this, and they put a stupa, and then they put a tomb. So Xuanzang named by this type of story called Goose Pagoda. But 100% we believe underneath of this pagoda should have another palace, because we had a Famen pagoda, 300 older. From 1,800 years ago, Famen Pagoda. So that Famen Pagoda was damaged by an earthquake in 1988. Make the Famen Pagoda was split in the middle. So 1989, local government tried to repair that one. Try to repair the pagoda, but they have to clean the foundation. So when they clean the foundations around, they find a huge underground palace. Let me show you some photos from there, okay? Ever heard about that? Have you ever heard about Famen Si, Famen Ta? No? Men. Can I show you the photo? If you are interested about the see the picture. If you are interested about the pagoda, this Famen Pagoda, now had a rebuild. Okay, this is the picture shows 1988 earthquake.
Is that a goose? No.
So 1988 earthquake make this pagoda was split in the middle like this way, and so when they try to clean the foundation, we find we find a huge underground palace with a bunch of the beautiful antique from Tang Dynasty. But very valuable things, the most valuable things for our Buddhism is the relics of the Sakyamuni, which is our Buddha's finger bone. 舍利子. So for Chinese people, for people who follow Buddhism, this is unbelievable valuable. So we believe underneath of this pagoda, this is younger, should have a bunch of the, for example, can I show you one of the antique, one of the beautiful secret cellar from that underground palace. 就是秘色祠是法门寺底下的. If you have another one day, I guess at least half day, 2 hours drive, 2 hours back. So they had a bunch of the beautiful, like this, sticks. Nowadays monk they don't need to bag in food. But a long time ago they had this type of sticks to make the snakes or something away from them. So that's why we call Xi'an.
Wow.
Gold. This is one of the biggest Buddha sticks from Chinese history, 1.97. That's why for Chinese people, see now they rebuild like this. Famen Temple. Famen Temple is a Buddha temple from Han Dynasty, the end of the Han. So that's why we believe underneath of this pagoda should have similar things, similar idea. Which underground palace? When underground palace dug it out, here. Every Saturday, Sunday, they open this underground palace to show relics from the monk, from the Buddha, okay, or except the public holidays. The other days they don't open. But except that, they find a bunch of the beautiful porcelain, beautiful glass from Tang Dynasty, beautiful tricolor glaze, beautiful incense burner. So this type of thing underground. But we guess this one is the prosperity Tang time should have more valuable things from here. But when the palace will dig it out, maybe they will show us why the Goose Pagoda. Okay, so now I can only tell you the story, legend story. Don't believe, okay? See the ceramics, porcelain.
Wow.
It's we call 秘色瓷, means the way they were made. This type of salad is secret. 这个是给宫廷, only for empire people to make. So this is the pagoda, okay? This is the whole thing about incense burner, how beautiful. I'm sure you see a bunch of the relics outside, copies. A real thing from the underground palace, incense burner.
Wow.
So this is about the pagoda where they had a very nice position to take a photo. After here, the other special thing is I mentioned the tablets who passed the Imperial Examination. They're supposed to sign their name on it because this pagoda is famous for 雁塔提名. So after this huge antique, this beautiful antique, should we move to the tablets to have a look? Or anybody who want to go up to the top of the pagoda to climb in the pagoda? No? Okay, save your energy for city walk.
Oh, so much history here. Another thing underground, buried. At least this one's not booby-trapped, unlike Emperor Qin Shi Huang's tomb. Or maybe it is, I don't know. I'm not climbing this pagoda today. Someone's trying to sneak in without a ticket, and the guard's like, you gotta buy a ticket.
They all did. Sorry, they all did.
Oh.
So let's go there and have a look.
Do they have any statues of Goose or something inside the pagoda? No?
No, it's only stone tablets
Oh.
done by the third emperor of Tang Dynasty. So that's why I thought that's a legend story. Monks all meet here. No more monks in the dormitory. And a monk, if you want to give up your religion, you can give up anytime if you want. Why now? If you want to go, you have to be like Buddhism college graduate. Happy Buddha. You see this beautiful happy Buddha here? For happiness. How? Happiness for happiness. But this is not old, okay? Now I would like to show you
Wow, so all the monks live in these areas here, the dorms.
especially for the leader monks, because their ashes very different. So stone tablet.
Wow, look at these tablets.
Which considered most successful student from Tang Dynasty. In Chinese, we say 雁塔题名记. 雁塔 is a pagoda name. 题名 means signature. 记 means collection. Anybody who can pass the Emperor Examination, they are allowed to leave their name on it. So these are the different persons' names. But before China was liberated by Chairman Mao, we're supposed to read or write from right to the left, up and down. So before they were covered by government, all the kids come here touch. So that's why in the middle they are very shiny. But these are more than 1,000 years old antique. People touch like this, they can hurt. So last year we had a glass case covered by government. So except the pagoda is really older. These tablets is also very old. And these tombs is a cemetery. For leader monks, also very old. This one is young, 70. It's a man. This one 100 years old. The one who had a last case, that's more than 1,000 years old. After here,
在这里还像10个，他们可以，我们让自己他们不记得。
if you climbing a pagoda, entrance fee will come here. We come in temple, we pay 30 yuan for everybody, right? So that goes the monk goes to the temple. Now these monks they don't need to go out begging food because we pay their food. The 30 yuan will go for the Buddhist association. And every month they give you certain money for monk, like salary, and then plus they offer food. So that's why now our monks in this temple never go out for begging food. That's why when you go this temple, you're supposed to pay. But in China, any of the other Buddha temple, if you go from Xi'an temple, Blue Dragon temple, no tickets, only here, okay, because we pay for the monk. And if you want to climb in a pagoda, money goes government. Because the antique construction need a renovation, money also come out from here. So that's why this is a government office building, okay? Any more free time here? We need free time here. Any free time here? Or otherwise we move to the city wall.
All right, folks, that will be it for our walk through the big wild goose pagoda. If you enjoyed the video, then hit the like button for me, subscribe, and I'll see you around next time. Bye, everyone. Take care.